KION News Channel 46 starts now with a weather alert.
All right, taking a full look at weather now. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. Kind of important to have those apps, especially when you have, fire all around the year now, not just fire season.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, keeping an eye on the weather as we head into the weekend. Those alerts you want to be on top of as well. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf. Almost glassy water out there, not quite. Some ripples. We have a bit of a breeze, a nice comfortable breeze off the water. Temperatures have been warm today, though, mostly in the upper 60s to 70s on the coast, even a few spots in the 80s. But those temperatures are going to keep heading upward as we head through the next couple of days. Skies are clear today and probably going to stay pretty clear over the next couple of days. We'll have a few coastal clouds, but that's about it. Maybe a few high clouds sneaking in. But this big ridge of high pressure is going to just hold court across the state over the next probably 6 days or so. I think by the time we get to Wednesday or Thursday next week, it's going to weaken a bit. But in the meantime, hot temperatures expected across the state. In fact, I'm going to walk over here, grab this piece of paper here. I'm going to read the date on the top. This was from September 2nd, 2017. This was my rundown of temperatures from that day where we had some pretty extreme heats. Boulder Creek, 111 degrees. I'll cherry pick a few more out of here. Corralitos, 115. San Martin, 117. King City, 116. We have similar temperatures aloft this weekend to this day, okay? Some serious heat is coming to the region. I want you to be ready for it. The big question is, how hot is it going to get on the coast? Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be as hot. Inland areas will be just as hot as it was back in 2017 this weekend. This big ridge is going to stick around here across the west through the Labor Day weekend before finally weakening, it looks like midweek next week. But it is going to be a long duration period of heat for us here on the Central Coast, and it's something you need to prepare for. Here are some tips, perhaps, just to make sure that you're staying safe. The biggest thing is to stay hydrated. Make sure you got a good supply of drinking water this weekend. Dehydration can come pretty quickly. The next thing you know, you got heat stroke. You're just too hot. Having that water in your system will help your body handle the heat. Another thing you can do, find a cool place. One with air conditioning. If you don't have air conditioning at home, and I know a lot of folks don't, especially if you live near the coast, there are places you can go that do have air conditioning. Museums, especially during the heat of the day. Aquariums, for example, much cooler. Places like that, the mall, wherever you can go to find some cooler air. If you live inland, maybe come to the beach when it's cooler in the afternoon. If you have to work late this week and into the weekend, wear light, loose-fitting clothes, and then avoid the heat of the day. Early in the morning, late at night, best time to do any of these things just to make sure you're staying safe as this heat arrives. Now, we're going to be ramping up to it over the next couple of days. Inland areas are already starting to feel hot today. You're going to get a little bit hotter tomorrow, then kind of level off through Friday, and then the strongest temperatures or hottest temperatures will be here this weekend. But in the meantime, we'll be looking at comfortable conditions on the coast. Can't rule out a few low clouds overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Then during the day tomorrow, winds will remain light and onshore. We'll have that sea breeze kicking in. It'll be more so on the south and east sides of the bay, so we're going to be warmer on the north side of the bay than the south side of the bay tomorrow for sure. But pretty much warm temperatures for this time of year, not necessarily hot. But we're going to get there this weekend, especially inland. Let's take a look at some temperatures for you. We're going to start off in Santa Cruz County. This is my forecast for you tomorrow. 102 in Ben Lomond, 103 in Boulder Creek, mid-90s Felton and Scotts Valley, 86 downtown Santa Cruz. You'll be a little bit cooler down on the water. On the north side of the town, you'll be closer to 90 degrees. 80 degrees at Capitola tomorrow, still pretty warm there. Aptos also looking at 80s tomorrow, same in Watsonville, Prunedale, Salinas in the 80s. We're back in the triple digits into the Santa Clara Valley. Hollister coming back to 98 degrees tomorrow, so very hot temperatures. You should be around 82 this time of year, so we're already almost pushing 20 degrees above normal starting tomorrow. Right around 70 Castroville, Marina, and on the Monterey Peninsula, we will see high temperatures in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Not too bad, really. I mean, again, it's going to be slowly getting warmer as we head into the weekend. As we head southward, we're already starting to see some of that heat. We had mid triple digits today. We'll get close to that 110 mark in a few spots tomorrow, maybe even exceeding that in Bradley at 111 tomorrow. Most of the Salinas Valley in the 80s and 90s. That's already getting kind of hot. If you're working in the fields tomorrow, hopefully you can get frequent rest breaks. Make sure you're working early in the day and taking a break in the afternoon when it gets super hot. As we look at that extended forecast on the coast, I don't have any extreme heat for us yet. We're going to watch things. If it looks like winds might shift offshore a little bit, we could easily see these average temperatures pop into the 90s. So we're watching that closely right now. On average, I'm thinking low 80s for most coastal cities as we head through the weekend. That means Santa Cruz certainly going to be in the 90s, whereas like Pacific Grove stays in the 70s. That's we just average out to the low 80s, right? Inland areas, kind of a pause on the heat on Friday, and then, we could be almost 10 degrees warmer on Monday than we are tomorrow. And you already see the temperatures that I just showed you in the forecast for tomorrow. So make sure you're ready for the heat. Labor Day, a lot of folks going to be outside. You're going to be protecting yourself. We talked about some of those tips to stay safe. Veronica.